Hi everybody. I'm going to try and hold it together for this one, and I apologise for not being online in a face-to-face chat for a while. Those who've been following me are probably aware I've been struggling for a little bit. Those who aren't unaware, I am a mental health patient. Had issues all my life, and I do my damnedest to fight it and have a life, but as many are aware, I call myself Cat and Wild. Cat and Wild. Cat is the wonderful being that channels and does amazing energy work, and Cat is the country bumpkin female that struggles, many gifts, latent and otherwise, and skills, but my story will tell more about this. I'm not here to talk about it today. I just wanted to sort of say thank you to all those who have reached out to me during the time that so I've got cat toys on the screen, have been reaching out to me regarding Chief not being well, and during this time that I've been struggling so much. Connie's been awesome with the litter and with the kittens. And you know what? It just goes to show that I cannot cope without these animals. They again are keeping me alive, they're keeping me going, they're giving me purpose. It's like a very easy just roll over and say that's it. And it's very important that I continue to give these heartfelt videos, my 50 Shades of Wildcat, to show the all angles, the times that I struggle, the times that I'm joyful, the times that I'm at death's door, and the times that I'm just so grateful that I'm alive, and admiring and in honour of the miracles that happen, that I'm blessed to be a channel to help happen. So next weekend is the Overlander show, something that I've been desperate to go to, wanting to go to. I know it's out of my comfort zone because of the amount of public there, but I also knew, following obviously COVID and the lack of work and the lack of income that I have and the money coming in, that I needed to get myself seen and out there and try to show who I am, advertise what I do, share the cats, but also just be seen, because I know I do hide away from people. I am very much misunderstood. Those who met me and know me, I'm just a normal, shy retiring female. But yeah, I can be like a the party. It's a front though, very much a front. The demonstrations I've done, the talks I've done, the showcases I've done, that's very much the Wildcat, spirit led. Couldn't do it without being pushed out there. And behind the scenes, I am the doing wreck. Anyway, obviously the last few weeks have really been testing for me. No problem with that happening. I have no regrets. I have no upset over happening, because it's all part of life. It's all part of the birth and death and the procedure of things, new things coming into my life and old things going out of the life, and soul's journeys, they stop and start, and I respect that. So obviously coming back from the Scotland trip, I tore my knee. I fell over before I came back, just whilst Rainbow was ill. I'm still having trouble with that. I know I've torn the ligament or the ACL or something, but and my weight, it's hard enough to walk on as it is, but it's obviously a long-term injury that I have to wait for it to resolve itself. It hurts to drive, it hurts to walk. I can't even get up and go from here to the loo without being agony. Just moving it, I mean, obviously that's what I'm fine, but then it seizes up anyway. I don't go on about me because I'm not important like that. I've been so lucky to have such a beautiful litter from Connie, and obviously Spirit made sure that there's extra in there so that some of their debts will be paid off. So they'll be advertised, and they'll be You can follow them on my website, wildcat.co.uk. I've also, whilst I've been in the bungalow, so obviously I'm in the bungalow now, but the van went in to get work done, and it's come back, and he's going again. Again, lots of expense that I can't afford, but I have to put on the credit cards, because I'm lost without my van. I can't potentially work, I can't go shopping, I can't go anywhere without my van. That van is my lifeline. So yes, I do insist on putting debts on credit card, and even without an income to pay those credit cards off. But I'm not going to manifest that. I trust that work will come in, or art commissions will come in, or drum commissions will come in, and people will pick themselves up, and we can push forward the plans that we had for workshops, and to help support me on my journey, and to help others so much. But beside that, I also know I've got to find a way to craft a few things that can help support me and the cats. Yes, we can get help, but the help that I get does not cover my outgoings. So I actually eat on credit cards. Yes, it's my choice to live this way, it's my choice to have this many cats, it's my choice. But these choices are made to keep me alive. I am lost without my cats. I am lost without purpose. I cannot look after myself. Those who watch the scratches on my body, yes, I say it's from the cats and everything else. But in the day, it's self-harm by the cats. It's the lack of self-care. It's the lack of respect for myself. The cats come first. If I've got to be that part of that pride and in amongst them, and fight and jump and be torn to pieces, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't care what people think of me, what they look at me and think of. All I care is that I do the best by the animals, do the best by other people, and fulfill my purpose. But that is another story. I just wanted to come on here to give a little bit of an update. Chief has not been well. That's torn my heart out, because obviously trying to cope with the litter and then worrying about my baby, it's very hard. It hasn't helped my invisible illnesses and my mental health. So I have gone a bit of a decline. It can't be helped. You can't help how my mental side affects me. I can have all these plans and be able to want to do so much, but tying in that with actually doing it is very difficult. And those who are aware of people with mental health issues, or have family and friends with it, will understand just how difficult it is when you get in that hole and you can't really get out. Or to the other extreme, where you just go crazy and you overspend, and you just use that as a crutch, and then you have to sort of deal with that afterwards. Anyway, I'm waffling again. So Chief is on the turn right now. Connie is doing great with her babies. The van is going to go back in the garage on Monday. It went in and had a lot of major work done, but on the back end of that, a lot of things have been disrupted. So now I've got the speeder's not working, and there's some more things to do with the heater's got to be dealt with. So they've got to sort of go in and take things out and investigate, and make new some parts that weren't working before, were not, just needing urine or whatever. So I know it will go through another MOT. I'm just obviously having to sort of throw a bit more money at it just to make sure that all the mechanical bits are done that has been waiting for a few years to be done. I've waited a year to do some of this work, and it's helped get some of the work that's needed doing have access. So basically, they're going to take the engine apart and go in there. I may as well get everything done at the same time to save labour being paid for twice, which is what I've done. So obviously it going in Monday. I was supposed to go down Wednesday to Overlander. I still didn't know if Connie would be able to with her kittens, or whether she'd accept the van. The heat is way too hot. At the moment I've actually got a heater in the van that blows hot all the time. So not only have we got the heat of outside, I've actually got hot blowing into the van, and there's no way I am taking the cats in that van, and even driving with that heat. It's one thing stopping and trying to deal with it, open doors and having fans going, but it's another thing we've got to drive down like 5 to 10 hours, stopping and starting to get those cats down there. So I'm certainly not going to put them through that. So obviously we've got to wait to see if the garage can deal with that. Also with my knee buggered, I'm struggling walking, I'm struggling driving, it's my clutch knee. So just driving to the garage and getting out there, it's a nightmare. So I'm supposed to be resting that, and obviously I don't want to do too much damage there. So all these things are happening to sort of say, you know, I'm not going to be able to go. I still, you know, I'm putting that out there that I'm not going. But I still in the back of my mind could think, well, if I can't go down like a few days early, maybe I can go down last minute. Because I worked so hard on this van, and I'm wanting to see people, and but there'd be other shows. There'd be other times I can catch up with people, and it would be much better if you could see me in a much better state as well. Because obviously, if I am around people and then just aren't good for me anyway, and I'm stressed already, the cat's going to suffer. I'm just going to be in tears all the time. That's the last thing that I want to portray. It's just this broken emotional wreck when I want to, you know, show off things that I can do to help people. And obviously advertising I can help people when I'm an actual mess. People don't understand that. So obviously I want to be strong enough for that. I want to be able to have the cats happy and able to cope, and not have a sick baby either. Obviously taking Chief down right now, you know, it's wrong. The stress killing me more. And also, you know, I don't want to sort of make him worse or make anybody else worse or anything like that. Or, you know, I have to obviously focus on them and prioritise them. My cats are my world, and my cats come first. I hate to say that I'm probably not going to go, but Mum doesn't look like I'm going to be permitted to go. And even though that's probably a huge weight off my shoulder, because it allowed me just to break down and be here and have a good old cry and get through it, get through the death and rebirth and get stronger. I'm so looking forward to meeting people at last, and being part of the community and stepping up and making the effort to show that I'm not actually this big bad monster. I'm actually a very nice female, very loving female who is has social anxiety, is social phobic. And yet I have to go amongst the public to do the work that I do. Anyway, it's just a little hi, just a little thank you for supporting me. Just wanted to show my face. I just had to get in the shower because I looked such a mess. So I threw myself in the shower and you know, and just trying to make myself look better, just to come on the camera, just to sort of speak to you all. I've got lots of things going on in planning. I have got the paintbrushes back out, doing some wonderful paints on the drums. Obviously I can't paint this mood, but we had a bit of a break. I actually started my drums again, and my God, there's this one I'm working with, this person when I'm working at the moment for somebody, is just incredible. The spirit's very strong in it and showing itself, and you'll see that when you see the actual result of it. I'm so grateful to Linda for coming up. Thank you so much, darling. And being on the end of the phone these last few days. See, I don't have anybody. I don't have close family, friends, things like that nearby. I'm very much alone, and I like it that way. I don't like people seeing me like this. I tend to hide away. But it doesn't mean to say it's easy. Yes, you can read what I type. I can come over and be all this positive energy and positive talking, but that's just spirit advising me what to write and say. Cat's a mess right now. I need that time just to get her back again. So I just wanted to say thank you for being there, even if in thought. Thank you for reading my posts and watching my videos. Even if you don't comment, that's not a problem. I'm obviously trying to share my life, make people aware of the difficulties people have with conditions like mine, with trying to find a life and support themselves, with how important animals are, and also important how important spirit is, and how it is actually a separate thing to the person. I'm probably not making sense to many of you. I don't plan my talks, I don't plan my videos, I just wait to see what comes out. Anyway, right now Connie and her 9 babes are awesome, doing really, really well. Chief, like I say, is just on the turn now, and he just started to drink. He's not eaten yet. So it's been a bit scary, but he should pull through. But I'm also not going to risk those by going off venturing anywhere. I'm going to try and... Well, also, obviously, my house crap at the moment. Obviously, the van's going back in, so I'm going to be stuck here in the bungalow a bit longer. So I'm going to try to get myself organised. The van's looking lovely. I've still got a bit more work to do on the van. But regarding decorating and clearing out things like that, I've got a shop stock that I've got to put back on shelves. People who see my bungalow know it's just a shed. It's just an undecorated mess. I only use it like a storage or a house or just somewhere for me to sort of come and use facilities. I've got to try and turn that into a home too, something that I can love, so that I can enjoy being here as much as I enjoy being in the van. Because obviously, especially with winter and that coming out, we'll be spending more time here. As I have in the summer, it's too hot for me and the cats in the summer. And obviously with no funds and no anything coming in, I've had my big journey, and I can't even afford to go take Rainbow Sashes back up north yet. Couldn't really afford to drive down to Stratford-upon-Avon either, but here's what it is. I very much trust in Spirit and their guidance and what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do, and all the things that have been slamming doors in my face regarding this trip. I have to learn to listen to that now. So with the van not going anywhere, with Chief being ill, with exactly where she is, with my knee, with the van going back in the garage, with my health declining, with the heat waves, and I'm not right. And just as much as I respect I'd never do spiritual work when I'm not 100% right, then I would not be safe enough to drive and be in the care of those animals and get down there in this position. And I've not had a chance to test drive the van anywhere, to check out the mending. Obviously it's gone in again, so I won't have time to do that. I won't have time to acclimatise Connie and the kittens to the cattery, and I'd like to do that. So, right now, as much as I hate to say it, I'd like to say thank you very much to the organisers for offering me a display place. Right now I can't get there. Yes, I did actually insure my ticket so that, if something happened I could get it refunded, but that's irrelevant because I was going to get it refunded for being a display vehicle. It's not about the money, it's only 50 quid, it's what the intention was behind it. It was a big thing for me to go there. Most biggest event I'd ever been to, and it would have freaked me out big time, but it was something that I had to prove that I was willing to do. I proved that I was going to do it, but I'm also not ready. So I had permission by Spirit to just back off and say, okay, you're going to do it, you showed you're going to do it, so let's now sort you out and sort the cats out and focus on them. Bentley's doing great, by the way, as well. He's just outside all the time. He loves being outside, he loves being feral, he loves being free, and I will get round to emptying the shed out and making that into a little space for him to have. He jumps in the windows and between jumps back out again. He's in for 5 minutes. So anyway, I'm missing my van life, but on the other hand, I have no problem being in the bungalow right now with the cats. I certainly need to be away from the public view at the moment because of the state I'm in. I don't like being seen like this. I don't like admitting that I'm like this. I've got doctors phoning me up all the time and I'm not even answering the phone to them. I'm supposed to go in for health. I actually avoid all doctors and mental health team and things like that. I abstain from everything. I go out on my own and pretend I'm fine, but I'm not. I don't like asking for help. I don't want to seek help. And that goes for financially as well. I know so many people put out GoFundMes and things like that. I have plenty of things to sell that I own still. I wouldn't, like I said, I was trying to explain to somebody earlier, I wouldn't feel right for people to support me. Like, yes, I accept donations for food and that, because in return I'm actually giving something back. Like, people that I've helped before do donate food and do donate money towards the cats, and I help them. Well, Spirit helps them in the things that I've done, and I will obviously help them in the future. But I'm very much, it's a trade thing. If I can't give something back, then I don't want to take anything from anybody. Anyway, I am now going to sign off. I just wanted to show my face and to let you know that you are all being thought of. I truly hope that I can be amongst you, or see you, or cross your path, or just, you know, I hope I offer something, whether it be in the videos or whether it be in my writings, or whether it be just by sharing the cats. There's much more to come. Those who know me know I have got so many strings to my bow. But right now, between now and December, I know I just have to be here and prepare for next year. And as much as I hate being boxed in like a bloody trapped wildcat, caged cat, I respect the process. I am still grieving Rainbow. I'm probably still grieving Sticky because he's so much here and supporting us at the moment. I've had to go through a lot, and that hasn't been processed properly yet, so I'm going to respect myself for once and give me that time to do right by me, and then in turn I can do right by all you out there. So anyway, bye for now. I'll go back to my persona behind the screen and do all my typing and my writing, and but I needed you to see this. Those who think they know me, or those they think they can listen to people and say, oh, I'm this or that or the other. You have no idea. Anyway, I'm off. Much love to you all. I hope you have a wonderful week, and see you on the other side. Bye for now.